I make the analogy, thank you very much, Stuart, and I make the analogy of the climate change problem being a planetary crisis in which all nations of the world need to come together. I'll use the war analogy first and then the peace analogy after that. Fight a war against the climate change. And the leaders who are assembled here are not discussing, arguing, or dividing things between the countries. It's about the whole planet, 7 billion people on the planet, and they are making decisions for all of us in terms of what we are going to leave behind for our children and our grandchildren. They can either leave a very devastated world, we're headed for well over 3 degrees temperature rise at the moment, or they can take it down to a tolerable level of 1.5 degrees temperature rise, which is what the vulnerable countries are demanding here. And if we want peace, then I think we need the 1.5 degree temperature rise. If we don't have that, then we will have unrest, insecurity, millions of people having to be displaced and moved, and almost unimaginable scenarios playing out which we want to avoid. So it's the avoidance of those kinds of disruptions globally that the leaders in the next few hours are going to have to make a decision. And I am extremely hopeful that they'll make the right decision. Now, 1.5 degree temperature rise is a very, very difficult thing to achieve. We don't deny the difficulty of it, but we believe it's the right goal to have. And what they need to be doing here is the morally correct decision. And then all else will follow in terms of what needs to be done. But if they make a decision here on the basis of pragmatism, we can't do it, it's too difficult. Economics, it's too expensive. Then that will be a very, very bad decision to be making on behalf of all of us on planet Earth, which is the decision that they are making.
I personally have a very jaundiced view of the negotiations, where I see nations as quibbling over economic advantage. We don't want our economy to suffer. I know a colleague of mine interviewed a minister from Canada. I don't want to single out one nation. There's many politicians who are caught in the same bind, and Canada's pronouncement is, we're back. Okay, with the new government, they're back in the environmental camp. They're back with the program, except on the tar sands, which they say is required. We need the tar sands for our economy. It's unfortunate, but apparently economics still trumps survival. And one exception I will take with what you said was that I don't believe that it's a problem for our children and grandchildren. I think that's a misnomer, it's a misperception that is allowing people to defer, because there are changes going on in the Arctic, in particular a release of methane that is underway, which could bring the whole shooting match forward by several decades. If we experience a methane burp, it's being called, then we are looking at a rapid heating of the planet. And this is not even factored into the IPCC report, I'm told, because the science is too new. So there's a wild card on the table. There's a joker on the table that is not even being considered across the hall. It's a very dangerous situation.